Hello and welcome to today's segment of Tuesday Seeds. We have another great one to share with you. Today we'll be discussing how to compile the organic materials as well as prep those materials for hot compost, also known as thermal composting. So please stay tuned. All right, so now we're going to talk a little bit about how we put together our compost recipe, the materials that go in our compost. It's very important that we look at this as kind of a trial, kind of like making your own homemade cake, what those ingredients and what materials work best to make the best cake you can. Same thing with compost. So starting off with the recipe, the standard is pretty much high nitrogen, what you see right here. I've got 40 buckets, so you always want to start off with 40 buckets. That's just a nice round number, get you the right ingredients in your recipe. 10% high nitrogen. And what you see here are alfalfa pellets. This also can be like horse poop or cow manure or chicken poop, or a combination of all three. What you want to do again is make sure that you find the recipe that works best for you. And, if you're actually on the farm and you do have animals, that material is right there for you, so you can utilize that. Just make sure it's fresh. If you have using poop, make sure it's fresh. For me, it's less messy for me just to use alfalfa pellets. So that's what I tend to use, but I might try some other high nitrogen things such as horse manure or cow manure as well from the ranch. So that's 10%. So keep in mind 40 buckets for these 5-gallon buckets make 10%. Next, we have our green stuff right here, and that should make up about 30% of what you use of your materials. And as you can see, these are leaves, green leaves that are freshly cut. They're grass clippings. That could be things from your garden that are freshly harvested that you don't want to throw away. You want to mulch it up, and as you see, get it kind of small enough. You don't want to put big bulky stuff in, so kind of chop it up. I use the lawnmower to chop it up. And also, even though it's not actually the color green, you can see coffee grounds in here too. I put a few of those in as well. But this makes up, I think I have out of 40 buckets here, I have 12 of the green stuff, which makes up about 30%. Then we have what you want to call your woody stuff or brown stuff you see here. So what we have are some pine bark, we have some hay and straw clippings, even have some seeds in here, and also a bunch of dried up leaves. The more variety that you can have, the better on each one of these. It's just going to really give you the best compost you can have. But out of those buckets, you see is about 24 buckets, which makes up about 60% of the 40 in your ingredients in your recipe. So that's your brown stuff. Also, you may hear people call it woody stuff. Same thing. And together, these make up your entire recipe. And next, we'll talk a little bit about how you put that recipe together and how you layer that in your compost bin. And really, you want to almost do it like you make lasagna. So we'll show you how to do that coming up soon. All right, so these buckets are what we're going to use for the compost material. What's here is some green material. Try to push it down. We let it soak overnight, basically 12 to 24 hours. And then you want to just push it down, make sure everything is wet. You like to have these actually filled all the way to the hill.
See this? This is some of our brown stuff. This particular thing you see here are mulch from our mulch pile from our wood chips. This also could be stuff like leaves and some weeds that we pull that have turned brown. We actually prefer that. So what we're gonna do now, we're just pushing everything down. Now that we've got stuff pushed down, all right, so what we're gonna do, we just brought it over to the garden so we can use everything. We don't wanna waste this water, but I'm just gonna pour this out, all the excess water. You see my hands? So I'm basically using my hand. I'm just draining it out. And I could actually lift up the back of it. It's going that way, of course. We want it to go to the roots. So we put it at the base of this plant. But that's all I'm doing is I'm trying to drain off the water as much as I can. You can still see there's some there. Once that starts dribbling a little bit, we know we're good. You could drain this anywhere. I'm just doing it next to the plants just so we're not wasting water. Still going a little bit. All right, it's starting to dribble a little bit, so we're good. All right, this one is ready to go.